Okay, we're back. Before we start, I found this. What? Are there songs we're not told about? Like, again... Does seem to be the only one named like this, though. Like, there's a lot of side characters who sort of pop into the start. Like, I'm not gonna say that fucking Damien's gonna have any fucking major plot involvement beyond what he already has. I mean, Damien is like the last... Like, if Damien was gonna be a dateable character, he'd be one train wreck of a date. Let me put it like that. But this song, I do not know. Interesting. I like it, though. Let's just listen to it while I do my work. Let's move on! Wait, these are the options. Oh, whatever. Like, again, I'm not gonna say that that's... Like, I don't think it's incredibly likely that Damien would have been a date, but he might have had an extended date at the very least. And I think one of the reasons they got rid of it is you don't really meet Damien until after he's dead. If you do Anna, you can't meet him again, so... Why is this one here? I don't know. Like, what a good song. Like, it's got this air of superiority to it. It's Damien. It's a good name. Because the way I get it, Damien is not just a dragon supremacist, which is something that Anna kind of lets in on, but he's the kind of person who's like, no, like, don't even bother with him. Or maybe he's just someone who doesn't like people who are in charge or have some aura of arrogance to them, which you kind of do. You kind of do. It's actually really close to a name called Vera, but I'm not going to change that because, one, that would be a lot of stuff to change. And two, it doesn't work as well. Like, it's got a little more of a wildness to it. Like, again, prescription is just not something you say. Nah, I know what to do. There you go. Pick up her medicine. It's a really good song, though. Oh, that's shuffle loop. Or something. Like, what would a date with Damien be about? Maybe it'd be, like, again, it could be one of two things. It could be Damien being a dragon supremacist and being like, no, I don't like humans, I think humans need to get the fuck out of here. Like, you're not what you were supposed to be, and you're just fucking stupid. Or, he just gets really snarky with you, and it's like, he's very arrogant, and he's just been oppressed by Anna's status as, like, a very important person. So, you kind of have to play to his ego, but he doesn't fall for it quickly. Like, you kind of have to play it smooth. It'd be a very difficult date to wiggle your way through, but at the end, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry for being a dick. And then he fucking dies. Now, this is a little bit different. Because did he come here more often? Is a little bit more... like here it's specifically more than once. I guess it does technically work the same, but... Okay. That's a really cool song, though! I don't remember ever hearing it. It's not in this chapter, though. It's not in this chapter. Oh, no. I need to get rid of those, because I don't... Oh, no, those are all on my OneDrive. God knows why I use that thing. Like, everything I put there, I don't want to put in my Dropbox is really the thing. Okay, let's click on some cool tracks for Damien. We're going back to Elegant, which is the one that you hear most of the time here. I cut out a little bit, don't worry about it. It's just a tiny bit of speck of detail that you don't have to worry too much about. That might explain why Zhang is so, like, okay with humans. He's had a human visit his store so often. I don't think this music works very well extended. This music works very well for short bursts, but too long and it's way too mellow. I like it, there's nothing too... How long was he there anyway? A couple of days, maybe? I guess I do forget that between Reza getting sent there and the 8 hours that he talks back, there is a period of time in which you still have to prepare to go there, or something like that. Not much to say here, though. Maybe some nuance. I need to talk more. I just don't know what it is. I don't feel like talking that much. Maybe it's just been the weather lately. Maybe it's been what I've been doing. Like, goddamn. I've been perusing mostly. Like, not really, like, reading sometimes. But fuck, D&D reference books are thick literature. Like, I think I'd rather have those as books than as a PDF. I've been reading a lot of those, and I've been writing a lot, and I've been thinking a lot, and oh my god, my brain is just, It's nice to have some mental stimulation. It's really nice, but Schmoigen is getting in the way of my ability and desire to translate, because so many words, On the plus side, I feel useful, or I feel busy. I like how Reza was just like, I'm gonna buy some dragon snacks and see how that works out. I wonder where he started. Did he start with runner snacks? Do they have different diets? I presume they do. Did he like the fish snacks? Magazine. Tijdschrift. That's the word. I like how lemons come up a lot. You make a Dean eat a lemon, he's using lemons for secret writing, and now the lemons again. Oh, I like this way to put it. A human quirk. Written together. Like, something about when you take a word like this and you just glue it together and make it a compound word, something about it just makes it sound like a thing, and it makes it sound a little bit cuter and funner. Like, the one thing is even if it wasn't like that, it still wouldn't be too hard to get Riz's records, all things considered. Like, even if it wasn't differently filed, you could just look up the government like that. Like, it's Nah. Hey, persistent scene Vera. Look how Zhong's still like, hey, you want to see something? You want to see my dick? I've got a dick. I made a baby with it. I wonder, for someone as flat as Zhong, would he be okay with that or not? I forgot. I keep fucking forgetting, but I need to remember this to recharge my phone. Yeah, it's at 30. It's been doing fine, but I just don't want this thing to run out of power. And there's a plane flying overhead. Whee! Oh wait, now it's gonna be like, you plugged in a machine. The fuck's going on? No, not the machine. No, tell me what happens to this device. I say take it to the backyard and put a bullet in its brain. No, I've got a wife and kids living in Spain. There was a kidnapping in Spain once. And everyone was like, oh no, there's a kidnapping in Spain. I think it was because the person who was being kidnapped was some sort of white girl. You know, like not to be like, oh, white people get special. No, I mean in the sense that the only reason anyone cared is because she was of a specific nationality in something. You know, like people made a big deal specifically because of that. Like otherwise, those kinds of kidnappings just stay in Spain, don't they? They don't get out of Spain unless it's something big, you know? Like, you don't hear about Dutch news unless it's something really big, like the elections. Those were big enough for people to give a shit. But otherwise, you never hear about Dutch elections. That's what I meant. Contextualization and nuance. Sometimes you do it wrong, like me just a moment ago. Assortiment, what a lovely term. Ah, this is a good pun. Ah, this is a good pun. Ah, this is so good. So, if you say I'm okay with this, or I have it, I'll have it if I want it. You say I'm sitting baked. Ik zit gebakken. And baking is what you do with bread. It's a stupid pun. So I could translate this as hey yay, but the thing with Affinia is she's a blunt bitch, so she's just gonna be like, you there! And if given the permissions, freeze! But she doesn't do that. Okay, and now the fucking pun I've been sitting on for too fucking long, and I could finally get this out of my head and focus on the future. Like, I could just stick... No, it doesn't work. Oh god, it works exactly like that. The joke still holds. Okay, so let me try. Let me just put down how I decided to phrase this. Of course, I'm talking to you. What do you think? Melon, lime, or lemon? Lemon, melon, or lime bread? Because they all end in the same suffix. Yes, suffix, prefix, infix, and the same suffix. The funny thing is, like, I would have very easily paid to have Ophinia have several gestures, because she's a very vivid person, and it would have just cracked me the fuck up if she was the one cameo that would move around, because it's so for her to do like something like that. Like, there'd be 3 postures. There's the one where she approaches you, where she's just like, there. The one where she thinks, where she'd be very, very visibly thinking. And then the one where she's like, of course! Like she just invented nuclear science. I think that would make her... I think that would overshadow Zhang, though. Like, the thing you have to remember is a lot of people are like, she's probably the best minor character that just pops on in. But with that comes the risk of her overshadowing while you're there. And you're like, oh, you know, that's a danger. And that also is stepping my boundaries. And I don't know, it's kind of rude. And people are like, oh, Kevin talks about cool stuff, but, you know, Kevin doesn't learn to shut up. The irony being, of course, that if Ophinia didn't shut up, you'd be just like that. I sure would. God damn. Writing an entire scene's worth of dialogue would be quite a thing. Because the biggest thing is, you're like, if you want to capture a completely anyone's protagonist, any scene with Ophinia is going to be extremely difficult to write. Because it is very easy to be super agitated, or annoyed, or just frustrated with who she is and how she acts most of the time. And that means that you have to write, like, for the people who are fine with it, the people who are going to play into it, and the people who are going to... I guess that does work down to just 3 options. Huh. Man, I tried writing fucking scenes a while ago. If I do it again now, I'd write something else. Which just shows, not her range, but just how I don't know what to do there. Which, again, just kind of shows that I'm glad I didn't go for it. Like, I would have made just as big a mess as Lorm. I'd probably have a bias to think it was better, but... Ugh. Why don't you pick the bread that you think is going to be the nicest? Because that's how you say it. I think it's the tastiest. The tastiest bread. You know what? The Eureka moment could come with the box being slightly off her head and showing feathery puffs under it, which is a character trait that just about every single one of her forms tends to have. Like, I do like that there's a set series of design tropes that define what she looks like and who she is. She wears blue, usually rubbery stuff like shiny crap. She's got feather tufts on her head. She's got dark pink markings on her eyes. She's got a usually very straight beak, very sharp nose or mouth. Sharp. You could cut my eye with that. Yellow markations on hands and legs. And then blue tufts on... Like, I still don't think I should stick with... Like, the only reason her feather tufts are blue at the tips is because she wears gloves and boots. Which shouldn't fit her, by the way. That's also kind of part of the fucking joke. Is that she doesn't actually... Like, her feet cannot fit in those boots. But everything ends in blue, except her head. I also do appreciate that I've toned down her fucking palette a bit, because... Ugh. Like, oh man. So let me tell you a funny story. When I started drawing... I didn't bother to actually look up Ophinia and take her palette as it was, and I had the most garish colors instead. Now it's better. It's a bit more muted, and it looks a bit better. And oh my god, when I do the good rubbers, it looks fucking deep like an ocean. It looks great. I should probably use that to draw actual oceans, though. Hey, I'm learning to draw water, too. My art's getting better, and I'm getting scared of myself. Oh no! I'm becoming passable. A lot of people are saying I should commission expression sheet for Ophinia. And possibly some other characters that I like to use. I don't know what I want. And that's the big problem with these situations. Now, I no longer have an excuse to talk about Ophinia because we're finally getting past her scene. So everyone was like, don't worry. We're past that now. Wink. I want to look up a different word for fantastic, which I've been using too much. And I think I'm going to just oh. And I'm going to make her say Pokemon, because I've said that too many times. Oh my god, Supercop's is... Wow. That's amazing. What? The definition for a compound word is the first part of the compound word. What? Wowie kazowie. Is there one with an I? Because I do think alliterations. Imagine, Oh, that's... Wow. Oh, I forgot that's... Is there one with a D? I'm gonna adjust this a bit to where I can. No, look at this. It's like There are way too many alliterations in just this one sentence. 1, 2, 3. And now we can leave it behind me. Yeah, why are dragons big on produce? I mean, a couple of spare berries for foraging would be fine. The funny lore behind the cardboard box is that it's actually a fossilized box that Azumi left behind. And it's super fucking tough, and you could probably smash someone's skull in it with it. But it's a box. And it doesn't even have a lid. What are you gonna do with it? Before that, she just wore a regular box. Probably, the funny thing is, the way I hand-cannoned it is, her hands look really weird. They're very human hands, more so than any other dragon. High dexterity, yes, but they look super freaky as a result, because they're kind of bony and slim. They're kind of spooky hands. And the tufts on her head are, very visible, but they're not horns. So they're a very unusual accessory to have. And she feels kind of, about both of them. I mean, she looks carefree. But, if you can save yourself the pain, why not? Oh, no. I need to look up produce. Just give me a fucking word. Dragons love produce. No one would have imagined that. I don't know if that works. That's probably going to go through the ringer on the next pass. Oh, and by the way, yes, if there is ever a sequel or an opportunity, I would... Actually, the thing is, getting in this was a fluke. All a fucking fluke. So, how would I know that I'm investing in something that will have the same result. Like, this game is all about regrets, and about what regrets are really about. Are about you making a decision, and then looking back and thinking, despite the information and the knowledge I had at the time, I still didn't go with it. Why? Why all the meat? There's dicks in there! And Dick is like, hello! I'm sorry I'm in the meat, but people keep throwing me in here! They say it's a joke or something. Meat. Of course. A lot of meat. A lot of shapes and sizes. Look at the meat. When does that option come up? Oh my god, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me. Please. Fuck. No. Why am I even in some of these fucking groups? Look at the meat. Chapter 2 without pi, .rpy. Oh, fuck, that's a Dutch word. And 1663 of the... This option is... Maybe the option appears elsewhere, though. Where would look at the meat come? Where would there be an option for look at the meat? I want to look at that. Delicious meat. Nope, nope, nope. Although it wouldn't be too much work to just go through all the translation files. Let's just do our duty. Oh god, it's so many fucking... I'm just gonna do this. What? I need to do this. Give me a moment. Look at the meat. Well, there's your problem. Too much meat. There we go. We're in the money. We're in the money. Meatloaf, that's a word. I guess that works. I like this. This is great. That's not even everything. But I can't say if I ever need meat, I can I can meet up to the most exact requirements. Okay, so this is something that bothered me about my original run-through, is it mentions skincare. Everything from vitamin pills to skincare and skill care. Just to make sure that the person who thinks he's being fucking snarky gets what he wants. And even pregnancy-related things. I have to do this. I have to do this. Birth control. What is birth control often called? Anticontraceptie. Fuck. Here's a term for that. What is it called again? Anticonceptiemiddelen. So I'm deciding to lay this on a little bit thicker. The variance the variance in size is really big. Especially when we're talking about a specific category of contraception. I imagine that women would also need bigger spirals. Did you know spirals are like a really effective fucking way to keep babies out of your body? They're also technically pretty cheap, because they're just some wire and a little coil. And yet, you Americans don't want any of that. Oh, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. You could save yourself so many teen pregnancies. Just put some wire in her. I mean, that's oversimplifying it, but it is that simple. Spiral. Tell me about the spiral. Look at this tiny little thing. It's just some copper wound around some plastic. And for some fucking reason, you Americans want none of it. Look at this thing. Oh, it's so good. Ooh, it's so good. The only thing it doesn't stop, though, is STDs. But it does stop the most annoying STD, babies. Ew! Ooh, you should be glad you don't get to see that one. Ho, ho, ho! That would have kicked me right out of YouTube. We're gonna stop after this point. I guess we're at the end now. I'm fine with that. I'm kinda done. Has Rissa been here recently? Newsflash! Not everyone cares. Yeah, Damien just want to seem to go back to normal life. Which makes for interesting character traits. I got some messages on my machine. Wah wah wah, someone said. Yeah! One of my shipments has gone out. I'm ordering something that you don't have to know about. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. So this is a bit different. It's like enough nosing around. I've got work to do. It's a little bit more straight, but considering the silliness I'm putting in, I need to balance it out a bit. I'm gonna change this one up a bit. Actually, that's a bit too sassy. That's a bit too sassy. Actually, it does. You saw the entire assortment of what they have to offer. Humanity certainly cares. Of course you didn't buy anything. Well, you didn't. You don't have to pay anything. I like to think that this is just a throw to the fact that the game uses a lot of butts that just don't make a lot of sense. So I'm going to do that too, in an achievement, as a very, very sassy stab. That's that. It's been 30 minutes, and to be honest, I'm feeling good. Let's actually do a couple more. Let's go right up to this point. Met Damien 2. Not Met Damien 1. Met Damien 2. Oh no, it's pictures of... If that one was in a higher resolution... Why is that there? Oh, because I really like the shading. That's some really good shading in that one. Which, truth be told, is not a good reason to hold on to a picture like that. People are going to chew on my face. Dum 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 dum. I guess Matt Damien 2 is because... Or should I say Matt Damien 2? Ba ba ba! This video is filled with racy material! I'm gonna black it out like a smart guy. Ha ha! You'll never know! Except I said it